Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for C Plus Studios, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. It is fueled, it is powered by CrazyHoodiez.com, and I just got a crazy hoodie design from Big Daddy, and it says Big Daddy Forever, and it is snug, it is nice, it is toasty, especially for the seasons changing into a little bit colder weather. So go check out CrazyHoodiez.com, check out the Big Daddy Forever podcast. If you're subscribed to the C Plus Studios feed, you get the Big Daddy Forever podcast, you get the New World podcast, you get the Sexy Ninja cast, you also get the staple of C Plus Studios, and that's the social bed. All right, let's just dive right on in. Friday night SmackDown, New Orleans. Starts off with a car accident in front of the building, and in pure fashion of this era of Triple H, you know, we start off hot on the heels, and then Scarlett and Cross are in the accident, and Cross is selling that he's hurt. Then Drew comes out like an animal and just starts beating down Cross, and Drew says that it ain't over. From their strap match at Extreme Rules, it ain't over at all. So I don't know if we're building that to Crown Jewel, or we're going to build it to Survivor Series, or we're just going to build it within the show itself on SmackDown. Man, I can't talk this show, I will say, was a little flat, and I'm going to get to that part, especially towards the end. But damn, hit the intro. Here we go. Friday Night SmackDown. We got the New Day coming out, and it's Kofi versus Sammy. But this match was okay. Sammy got the win with the assist of Jay. But it was the backstage segment beforehand that made this amazing. Jay and Sammy's relationship is what makes this storyline really work. Because Sammy's like, yo, you're going to be out there? You're going to help me? He goes, you're the one that got the loss last week. You're the one that got the loss. Blah, 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 blah. And he just goes, hey, man, hold on. Then here Roman calls, and this very generic ringtone that Sammy has. Bring, bring, bring. And he answered it. He's, oh, hey, Roman, blah, blah. Yeah. And he goes, hey, he wants to talk to you. Then Jay's like, oh, man, he got the loss last week. Blah, blah. Yeah. Yes, my tribal chief. Yes. And then Sammy takes the phone back. He starts laughing, and that's one of my favorite parts is when he starts laughing, and Jay's like, what are you laughing about? It's an inside joke between me and the tribal chief. So, and goes back. And I love Sammy's relationship with Solo. Sammy's relationship with Solo is amazing. It is fantastic. It is everything I want it to be. So, but, Sammy got the win with the assist of Jay. Jay comes in, and Jay is this really nice roll-up combination that they did. So, but the backstage segment is what did it for me. And I like I said, I just love the relationship between Sammy and Solo. So what happened next is Triple H is talking to the cops because of the accident that goes on out front. Rey Mysterio comes to him afterwards and says, Hunter, I don't want to fight my son, Dominique, my son. Really going for the Oscar on this one. And he says, I can't do it, so I'm going to quit. And Triple H is like, whoa, just take 5 minutes. Let's go into my office real quick and let's go talk. Okay? Let's go talk. So that ends that there. Then we get back to a great Sammy building confidence in Solo. And Jay's frustration. And Jay's like, I helped you get the W, Oos. I helped you get the W. And then he goes, right, Solo? Solo's like, I didn't see nothing. I was just watching Sami Zayn, and I can learn a lot from Sami Zayn. Then the more frustration out of Jay's face, especially with his little brother. Those are the highlights for me, was every time we had something involving the bloodline and in the sense of Sammy and Jay. It's amazing. And Solo, he's a beast. So we have LA Knight coming out, and he's divorced himself from Maximum Male Models, and he had a match with Mansoor, I can never really say their names properly because especially the way they're spelt. But LA Knight gets the W, and he cuts a promo. It's a heel promo, and he says all the superstars in quotations on the roster need to be on notice because LA Knight is here. I can't wait to see where we're going to go with that, and I hope we're done with the Maximum Male Models thing. So that's what I just want LA Knight now to move on and see where we're going to go with that. We had Damage Control versus Shotzi, Raquel, and Roxanne Perez in her debut on SmackDown. Damage Control won. Got the pin on, Bayley got the pin on Roxanne. It was a fun match. It was fun for what it was, 3-on-3, but they sets up their tag team match next week. And they announced that they're going to Madison Square Garden the night after Christmas. It's a WWE live show, so we're not going to see it. But this is what I really want to get to. With Legado del Fantasma, with Zelina Vega versus Hit Row. I hope we keep building this as more of a brawling feud. That's what I want with this. I want them to just beat the hell out of each other for a few weeks, have some just great tag team matches. Legado del Fantasma won. So I hope Hit Row gets another win over them. And we just keep going back and forth and I love Hit Row. Like, Hit Row came out, when they returned, they came out on fire, and I feel like they just kind of got lukewarm. Then we had this backstage segment where Sonya Deville is talking smack about Liv. Then Liv attacks. Liv is extreme. Liv does this table spot with Sonya Deville in the back. She has a little bit of a smirk and laugh and everything like that. And it was just like, okay. She's crazy. She wants the title back. Ronda has drove her nuts. So we shall see what happens with that, because I'm just like, okay. Crazy Liv. Where have we seen this before? It seems so familiar, Alexa Bliss. Oh yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was a little silly, especially going more extreme, and even though Extreme Rules is done and over with. Here was my problem. We had the number one contenders match, and whoever won was going to face Gunther get an opportunity to face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Ricochet versus Sheamus versus Solo versus Cross, ? And then they announced, no, he's unable to perform because he's not cleared medically. And Rey Mysterio comes in. I am like, okay. I love Rey. Don't get me wrong. I love Rey Mysterio, but I already, as soon as he entered, I was like, he's going to win, isn't he? He's going to win. I wanted Solo to win. I wanted Solo to go after that IC title, bring more gold back to the Bloodline, but I don't understand why we have Rey winning. And Rey's now on SmackDown, apparently, because Cole's like, welcome to the SmackDown family. Welcome back to your home, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know. This really put a bad taste in my mouth, but I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It was a great match. It was fun. Great back and forth and everything. Ricochet doing his thing, Solo doing his thing. The Bloodline coming out with Sammy and Jay, trying to help Solo. And, and it ends with a crazy finish with Ricochet getting knocked on his head right into a 619 and Rey getting the pin 1, 2, 3. But the outcome was something that put a bad taste in my mouth, because I'm like, okay, we just had him backstage. Like, yo, I'm going to quit. I can't fight my son, Dominique. I can't find him. And then he's part of this match and he wins. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. We had Ricochet and Solo in there. One of those two should have got the W to go on to face Gunther, or even Sheamus one more time. We have Gunther versus Sheamus 3, but Rey Mysterio was kind of like, okay, I guess. You tell me what you think. You'd be like, oh, come on, man. It's Rey Mysterio. He can do whatever. We got to start thinking about the future a little bit. Come on, the future. And Solo, I believe, is the future. And when you bring more gold to the Bloodline, that faction just becomes even stronger. Okay. But they set up for they announced next week Logan Paul returns. It's going to be Raquel and Shotzi versus Damage Control for the women's tag team titles. Liv Morgan and Sonya Deville are going to face each other after Liv got extreme on Sonya. But here is the kicker. Here is what we've been waiting for. Here is something that I'm putting my notes down just because I'm just a little irritated right now. Not irritated with Bray, irritated with the way it ended. Bray Wyatt returns, new music, the door. He has tears. He's being the genuine Bray, and he's cutting this great promo and just saying how the WWE Universe saved his life. The fans saved his life because he said he lost everything. He lost family. He lost his confidence. He lost everything. He lost his career. And it's just a great, he's opening up to the crowd and he's talking. And his new theme song is amazing. It was all clicking on all cylinders. But Bray kind of interrupts himself with the new scary version of Bray Wyatt with that, he cuts, like he's talking, lights, talking, he's giving passion, lights go out, we hit the Tron with these graphics, and it's Bray talking underneath that new mask of his, and this and that. So it's Bray interrupting Bray, and it just ends. Bray's logo, SmackDown's over. And either that was supposed to make us go, oh God, I can't wait till next week, or it was to piss me off. Because I was like, oh man, I'm feeling for Bray. Then that happened. I was like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Are we going to cut back to the ring and he's going to switch back and he's going to have the mask on, whatnot, because this new inner demon has come back out, and says, no, Bray, you can't be this genuine Bray. You can't show these people, your emotions, that's what I thought we were going to, because we cut to that. I was like, okay. Then I thought they were going to cut back to the ring because they had the lights off, and he was going to be standing there in that with the new mask and everything like that, holding the lantern, showing you that this character has genuinely taken over Bray. But boom, Bray's new logo, and it ends. That's it. That's SmackDown. And I was like, oh, there was like a minute and something left. I fast forwarded. I was like, yo, that's it? That's it? I guess. I guess. Okay. So this show, I would give a solid 3 out of 5. So a lot of things fell flat for me. A lot of things put a bad taste in my mouth. One was Rey Mysterio, winning the number 1 contendership. Great matches, but just not understanding the booking. I just feel that's just the way I feel. And I really was enjoying the Bray Wyatt, like showing his emotions. And I was like, okay. And I was all for what happened on the Tron. But then just to end it that way with no real payoff of what happened to Bray in the ring, it just didn't work for me. I don't know if something went wrong or they couldn't cut to Bray in the ring or anything like that. But I don't know. I enjoyed the promo itself and him being his genuine self and letting the WWE Universe know, hey, thank you for welcoming me back. You are the reason. I really enjoyed that. But just that ending alone, so I give a show a 3 out of 5. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Tell me what was your highs and lows, what made you mad, what made you happy. And after that, like and subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And as always, please remember that the New World Podcast is for life.
I was in a time of need, and I lost people that were close to me, and I lost my self-confidence, and I felt weak, and I felt bored.